And I've heard there's this bloke here, James Watkins. Any of you heard of him? I'll tell you what, he's living on it, with the Abbots, down Market Street. And he used to be a slave himself, so I hear. And he said we should be proud to help to get rid of the slavery. And we shouldn't have been using the American cotton in the first place, as it was grown by slaves and all. Well, I don't know what I think of that argument, but I tell you what, I'd like to hear him speak. Want to hear him speak as well? Yeah. The factory inspectors speak. Yeah. You want to hear him speak? Yeah. Right, well, I'll put my boots on because I don't want to embarrass anybody. There we are, and I'll take you down to where he's speaking. Is it cold now? That's right, keep on coming down, that's it. A bit closer, if you can see me, you'll be able to see him. If you can't, you're not in luck. Everybody there? This is where I heard he was, let me see if he is. Looks like he is.
Good afternoon, ladies, gentlemen. Good afternoon to you all. A good crowd once again here in Bolton have come to hear me speak.
Yeah, that's because no jobs for us to go to.
I know that you are suffering, for you are much in need of cotton for your mills.
Aye, and you can fix that for us, can you?
No, sir, I cannot. But I wish to tell you my story so that you understand the meaning of slavery and the reasons for this blockade, so that you might take comfort from my words and realize the greater good that you are achieving by your present suffering.
Oh, I've never had a good meal made up of fine words before, but are we willing to hear him speak?
Yes.
Go on.
Thank you, brother. Now, my name is James Watkins. I was born on Mr. Abraham Ensor's plantation in Baltimore County, Maryland. I do not know the date of my birth. Slaves know little of dates. But from what I've been able to gather, I think it was about the year 1821. Now, today, I am James. But I used to go by another name. Ensor Sam! Ensor Sam! You see, I was born into slavery. I was not a person, but a thing. Value $900. And subject to violent punishments when my master decided that my work was not well done. So when I could, I ran away. And my owner sent his men after me. Now these men had a number of bloodhounds with them who soon scented me out. And though I had a most desperate struggle with them, they succeeded in tearing my clothes to rags. They endeavored to seize me by the throat and bit me severely on the breast, the marks of which may be plainly seen to this day. The fellows now came up and made them lose their hold, at the same time exultingly shouting, "Well, Ensor Sam, we've got you at last." They then handcuffed me, and dragging me along some distance, mounted their horses, while I trudged on foot, weak, wretched, and miserable for 2 whole days. When we arrived at Mr. Ensor's, the entire family turned out to upbraid me for my ingratitude But upbraidings were not all. I must be severely punished. And the overseer gave me a severe lashing upon my bare back, the effects of which I feel to this day. In addition to this, a yoke was made for me to wear on my head. This was a band of iron to which was affixed 2 upright pieces hooked at the top, from which was suspended 2 belts. This fitted closely to my head, and this disgraceful badge I wore day and night for 3 whole months. So much again for slave-holding tyranny.
It's a touch of human dignity. We fought for our rights, for our laws. I mean, have you got none? I mean, does the slaves in America have no rights?
You fought and won your battles, sir. We're fighting ours right now. Now, I'm sorry that our struggle is hurting you here in Lancashire. But in the South, there are no laws that benefit slaves. The only laws which exist in America regarding black people are the laws which made them slaves in the first place. And now the American Fugitive Slave Law. Now, this atrocious and abominable law makes it a great crime, punishable with heavy fines and imprisonment, to either directly or indirectly help a slave to escape. My freedom was in danger. I was in a state of great uncertainty, some of my friends advising one thing and some another. Then one of the city constables sent for me and told me that Mr. Ensor had offered $1,000 for my apprehension. And if I did not leave the city, he was afraid he would have to arrest me, which he did not like the thought of. My poor wife was in sad distress, but said she would rather hear of me being buried in the blue sea than see me taken again into slavery. Though I knew she was right, it was so hard to leave her. We have feelings. Slaves though we have been, they are implanted by our great Creator and lie too deep to be erased by the ruthless hands that handle the whip. Besides, I now had a deep love of freedom. A freedom that I knew I would find in England. This love of liberty is so strong in me that were Luke Ensor to make me an offer, to dress me in the best broadcloth, place a gold chain and watch about my neck, give me a horse to ride upon, and feed me on the best his plantation could produce, on condition that I would return to him a slave, that is, as his property. I should spurn his offer with indignation and be horror-stricken at the idea of the proposition. I should fly from him as from the face of Satan, for I prize my freedom above every earthly blessing.